Hey everybody. Fitness update. For me lately, I've been cutting back my calories, kind of. I've been going back to my old flexible diet, basically. So what I've been doing is cutting my portion sizes back to how they used to be, and not just overeating a lot, because that's kind of what I was doing to like give myself a break. I haven't lost any weight, but I can feel it in my skin that I've lost weight, so I could be gaining muscle mass at this point. I'm focusing more on my shoulders, and I've kind of actually hurt myself a little bit in my hip flexors, so I'm kind of taking it easy on squatting and being very careful at like how I position my hips doing my work out. So lately I'm working on lateral raises with my shoulders and my back more, and even my lower back, to try and compensate for what's going on with my hips right now. My skin feels a little weird lately, like your fat basically feels like it's melting inside. So I know that there's like probably a lot of weight loss going on, but it hasn't just registered yet on the scale, which I'm okay with. If I don't lose any weight and gain muscle mass, I'm gonna be happy. So so far though, I'll probably today be focusing on lunges. Something I feel like is helping a lot with my hips, doing the lunges on the squat rack with the long bar or straight bar. So I'm up to 45s on that one, and I'll be doing those today in compensation for taking out squats, basically. I went pretty heavy on deadlifts last week, so I might take a break from that as well. I'm just mainly going to focus on my shoulders, maybe some arm work. I'm trying to incorporate more chest things too, so probably hit some of that as well. Someone else recently came up to me in the gym again, and the number one thing I probably get asked is, how did you lose all the weight? And it's a lot of people always say like it's your diet, and I don't think it's really so much your diet you need to focus on in the beginning. It's the habits that you need to focus on, getting into the gym and pushing yourself as hard as possible. I mean, it can be hard. I mean, that's why it's work. It's very hard to push yourself to the limits and then be completely drained and then go and do it the next day. But if you push yourself past that and continue every day to push and push and push, you'll build up endurance and strength that will end up eventually keeping you for going even more and more and more each day. So again, it's not so much about the diet. The diet can change, in the future. I didn't really change my diet until maybe like 5 or 6 months into losing weight, because in the beginning I was losing maybe about 10 pounds every month, and then slowly I got dropped down to like maybe 5. So then I started making changes to kind of maybe help that process go a little bit stronger. So I mean, I think I've said that the number one things are that I don't eat a lot of sugar, especially before bed. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't drink any soda. So those are the 3 probably main ones that'll help in your diet. But the number one thing is that diet, everybody's thinking that diet is what's going to get you to lose that weight, but it's not. It's how hard you work in the gym that's going to help you build stronger, bigger muscles that will help you then eventually burn the fat that you want to burn. And you're not going to burn that fat right away. You actually might gain weight because of your muscle mass will grow, and muscle weighs more than fat. So I try to just encourage people, don't give up, just keep going every day. Just keep going. Just, you know, you might be working out maybe 3 days a week, and I used to do that, and then eventually you'll get to the point where it's 6 or 7 days a week, and then you'll be able to start seeing results faster at that point. So there's my fitness update. Good gym talk. See you in the gym. It's gym time! It's gym time! It's gym time! It's time to go to gym! For the last few days, I've been focusing on lunges in the squat rack. I really like this movement. It's something new, and it's just taking a break from the squats is kind of nice. So it gets you sweating, gets you pumping, and your legs feel like they're just exploding. I like to start with the 35 just to kind of give myself a warm up, and then knock out maybe like 6 to 10 sets. I feel like I could probably go a little bit heavier on lunges too, but the hard thing about lunges is trying to keep your balance. So that's why I tend to just take it easy and work on just the form. And I threw in some sumo squats because I just wanted to keep that movement going in my hip flexors, and it's the most easiest one for me to do is the sumo. I usually do the back straight leg kick on this one, but I kind of wanted to try something new again, so I was focusing on just the side. I did like 20 pounds, very light, just to kind of get the movement down first. With these two, I'll do about 10 reps, and then I'll pause for a couple seconds, and then I'll do another 10 reps on each leg. I'll usually do about 6 to 10 sets of these. My last few sets, I will sometimes up the weight to about 60. I kind of have back issues, so what I like to do is kind of loosen up my shoulders and back, especially when I just get into the weight room after, doing my cardio. So the row is something I kind of like to jump on and just pound out like a lot of, sets and reps. So I'll usually do about 20 reps. And then I'll switch my grip and do another 20. And then I'll probably do about 10 sets of those. For weight, I'll usually start out at 60 pounds and then I'll kind of jump up to 70, 80, and if I'm lucky, sometimes I'll get up to 100. I've been playing a lot around with this machine lately. I've kind of have like a little bit of a circuit going on with it. I do like 3 different movements right now. I drop the weight down a little bit. So with this movement, I have my feet very close, further back, and I'm going slower so that I get a really good stretch on my quads. This is the wide stance with your feet further up so that your knees do not go past your toes. This is kind of for your inner thigh work more. Sometimes I'll go into a deep squat with this to get a really good stretch. And then this is just like a neutral stance to be doing a squat. After the first 2, this one is just killing my legs at the end. I do about 10 reps on each one and about 3 sets of all 3. So after the half squat, I usually like to do the straight leg deadlifts, or I'll incorporate them in with the half squat circuit because I feel like that's just an all around good stretch and pump on your legs to get the front and the back. These could also be done with a straight bar, but I like the dumbbells because I feel like I have more control and I can get like a really good squeeze when I come back up. I think, as I said before, I'm going to incorporate more shoulder movements, so I want to start doing lateral raises a lot more. With this movement, I realized right away is I kind of wanted to stick my pinkies out a little bit more when you bring up the dumbbells. With these movements too, I'm going super, super light because I do not want to hurt my shoulder in any way, and it could easily probably hurt myself. This one is actually a chest exercise, but I feel like it does incorporate some shoulder as well. As usual, I will do my core circuit of some sort at the end of my workout to kind of just burn myself out. Thank you guys for watching. Muscles pumped.